Corn Hub. Okay, take the C and put the P. Okay, I don't know if you guys are aware, but there has been a ban, and adults should be the only ones that are, taking in this content. And furthermore, that a lot of sex are being violated on this app. But go off. Woo, child, baby, they are hot and bothered. And no pun intended about these blocks and bans, and I say kudos to these states. Thank you. And so I commend the lawmakers of this and giving us the opportunity to better parent our children. I love Texas, and I love these other states too. Check this out.
I'm not ever just saying the truth just to say it. That's stupid. I'm saying the truth because I really do believe that God is better. And if he is better, then I'm willing to wade through your offenses. I'm willing to wade through whatever attacks or arrows you might have, because I know if it gets through to the heart and the Holy Spirit blesses that thing, you'll see that I was right.
To the king, then he told me to ride. I'm a brand new creature because they owe me to die. I'm new.
All right, you guys. So I'm not going to be before you long, but I thought this was very cool and very interesting to say the least, and I am happy about it. Okay, so I'm gonna have a transparent moment with you guys and talk to you about this. I actually did a video in regards to, or a teaching in regards to masturbation, and it was a very hot topic button for a lot of people, especially on my TikTok, because I guess people are struggling with this. Is it a sin? Is it not a sin? Check out that teaching for more information. However, I wanted to segue in this particular reactional video, if you will, because this one is geared towards Corn Hub. Okay, take the C and put the P. Okay, I don't know if you guys are aware, but there has been a ban, right? And I'm in one of the wonderful states that chose to opt into this ban, right? And the reason why I'm excited about this is because and I talked about this in the teaching that, us as an older generation try to correct the generation that's coming up, and they're quick to say, well, y'all had this and y'all had that and da 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 da, and it's just like, well, learn from us, like don't make it worse on yourself. Like, see those things and learn from us, right? But anyways, I was talking to my TikTokers, and I was just like telling them about this particular band before I said I was going to go into more information about it if you weren't aware about it. But you can just www. And you're there and you're looking at booties, breast, thighs, and vagina. Okay. And so I told them that it was a time where my son itty bitty would put the right emojis into YouTube and was looking at corn, basically, right? And so I was just like, oh dear God, and then they would have like little advertisements in Fortnite. Yeah. So now here's a map that shows states where Pornhub is blocked, right? It was updated last month, okay? So I want to get into this article. I promise you I'm not going to be before you long, okay? Now, adult entertainment website Pornhub blocked access to its content from Texas on Thursday, okay, in response to a new law requiring age verification to access pornographic material in the state. Let's go, Tejas! Yes, this is why I love my state. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Now, this requirement made Texas the 8th state to have access to Pornhub blocked by the website, following Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Montana, North Carolina, Utah, and Virginia, according to USA Today, right? Now, supporters of the new law say they are needed to prevent minors from accessing pornographic content online. However, critics argue they also block access for many adults, and that this constitutes a First Amendment violation. Wah, 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 wham, 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 right? Just use your ID, right? Just use your ID and have at it. Users attempting to access Pornhub in Texas from Thursday were met with a message reading, as you may know, your elected officials in Texas are requiring us to verify your age before allowing you access to our websites. And the funny thing is I remember this being something that was required back in the day. Like, you had to, put in your date of birth. You had to, you had to verify you were of consenting age. I don't understand what the problem is nowadays, but that tells you right there. It's like, Are you legal? Really? Not for nothing. Not only does this impinge on the rights of adults to access protected speech, it fails strict scrutiny by employing the least of effective and yet also most restrictive means of accomplishing Texas' stated purpose of alleging protecting minors. Child, it is. I love it. Okay, it goes on to conclude Texas House Bill 1181 requiring age verification for access to online pornography came into effect in September 2023, but was initially blocked by an injunction last week. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit concluded the legislation did not violate the First Amendment as claimed by the Free Speech Coalition. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has warned websites they could face fines of up to $10,000 per day if a child is exposed to pornographic content due to not properly verifying a user's age. Reacting to last week's court ruling, he said, quote, Texas has a right to protect its children from the detrimental effects of pornographic content. Come on. Quote, I look forward to holding any company accountable that violates our age verification laws intended to prevent minors from being exposed to harmful, obscene material on the internet. In a statement sent to Newsweek, Alex Kikski, Cornhub's vice president of brand and community, commented, quote, unfortunately, the Texas law for age verification is ineffective, haphazard, and dangerous. Not only will it not actually protect children, it will inevitably reduce content creators' ability to post and distribute legal adult content and directly impact their ability to share the artistic messages they want to convey with it. Content creators are unfairly targeted as they will lose out on the revenue that would have come from millions of users in Texas now no longer able to access our platform. And that's crazy because all they're saying is to verify that you're an adult, and adults should be the only ones that are, taking in this content. And furthermore, did you know a lot of sex being violated on this app? But go off. Kikiski added that Cornhub is consulting its legal team and viewing options, adding this is not the end. Crazy, devilish, okay? Goes on to say while the specifics vary between states in general, the new laws mean users are required to provide a pornographic website with a copy of their ID to obtain access, something opponents say claim some would be unwilling or unable to do. Speaking to US Today, Allison Bowden, executive director of the Free Speech Coalition, commenting, we are fighting not only for the rights of our members and the larger adult entertainment community, but for the right of all Americans to access constitutionally protected expression in the privacy of their own homes. In 2023, the Free Speech Coalition filed a lawsuit in Utah after the state introduced age verification requirements for adult websites, resulting in a statewide block from Pornhub. Okay. Now, it goes on to say users attempting to access Pornhub from Utah were met with a message reading, wow, safely And while safety and compliance are at the forefront of our mission, giving your ID card every time you want to visit an adult platform is not the most effective solution for protecting our users, and in fact will put children and your privacy at risk. How would that put children at risk? I just it's just weird to me. Google searchers for virtual private network or VPN surged in Utah after the law came into effect. VPNs allow computer users to disguise their locations and thus get around location specific website blocks. The first state to require age verification to access pornographic websites was Louisiana, with the legislation taking effect in January 2023. Now, Pornhub blocked access to users in Montana in January of 2024 after an age verification bill passed by the state legislation came into effect. Woo, child, baby, they are hot and bothered. No pun intended, about these blocks and bans. And I say kudos to these states. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Because like I told y'all, my child put the right emojis, okay, in YouTube and was looking at stuff. And I was just like, oh God, how, like, you know what? And I'm a mama hawk, and I have the time to be able to. My husband allowed me the opportunity to be a stay-home mom, and so I'm very active when it comes to my children. I'm always like, "What you watching? What's that? Who is this? Why is that like that? Let me check. Phone check." They already know what's popping when it comes to mama. So it's a lot of stuff that they're exposed to on the outskirts of your home that you aren't privy to. A lot of your children are showing our children stuff that they don't see at home, right? And so I commend the lawmakers of this and giving us an opportunity to better parent our children, to have a fair grounds at the things that we want them to be privy to and the things that we don't want them to be privy to. I say kudos to the state of Texas. I love my governor. I love how he constantly puts us in the position to where we have to be accountable for the choices that we make in life. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But not for nothing, you guys. This is just an amazing thing for those that are children of God that want to try their due diligence of keeping the sanctity of the bed, for one's husband or wife, your spouse, right? And I talk about, like I told you guys, about my porn addiction, and how it was very crippling within relationships that I was in. But not for nothing, you guys, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments down below. Are you in a state that it has the ban going on and you can't www.you? How do you feel about it? Not for nothing, I will see you in the next video. Until then, God bless. Thank you so very much for tuning into this video. I pray that you got something from it. And if you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. And let me know down in the comments what you thought about the video. As well as please follow me on all my social media. You can see it down here. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Until then, God bless.